Hey there, Alan Mathews here. In this video we are going to be looking at the Joseph Kuffner Andantino, and we're going to be looking at what the hands are doing in this. This is part 3 of this series looking at this piece. If you like this sheet music, you can download that for free below, or if you'd like to take a full course on this and really dive deep into how to actually practice and how to really make the most of every single little dot on the page and your process, then you can sign up for that course as well. Looking at this, first off, what we want to do is make small sections. And how do we do that? Well, you can take a bar, 2 bars, whatever you take, you always want to cross the bar line. So in other words, this would be a section, not this. We don't want to stop here. No. We want to cross over the bar line every single time because that's just more musical. It just sounds more beautiful. Instead of going, go. It's just going to end up making everything that you do sound much more beautiful if you get into the habit of practicing this way. So first things first, make small sections, whatever you can bite off. It could be a measure at a time, 2 measures, whatever you like. In the course, I've actually split this up into small sections, and then we go section by section through the course. But you can do whatever kind of sections you'd like to. Next, let's look at what the right hand is doing here. So it's all P, I, and M on the right hand. And there is an order to this. If you've been following and if you've been working on your arpeggios and primary arpeggio patterns from the arpeggio course on Classical Guitar Shed, then you might recognize some of these patterns. Here's one. PIM is one of our patterns. And you could start off with both the M and the I prepped, and then start off this way. Whenever you play the P, these 2 fingers throw out and prepare. And then it goes. If you look forward, it looks like this is as well a PMI, but actually it's not because these 2 notes are on the same string. So it looks like it, but you could still do it that way, but then just throw the first finger, the I finger, out further and not actually prep it on the string. But because they're on the same string, it doesn't exactly play into the same rules, but it can. And then from there, I and M, we just have these alternations, strict alternations. Notice the P is just repeating a lot on here, and that's just what the P does. So you can look through and find all the different sorts of arpeggio patterns through here that apply to the primary arpeggio patterns if you'd like to, and then whenever you practice them, you can do those motions within it as well. The main thing is that you practice really intentionally with the right hand in small sections, and then immediately put the left hand by itself, which we'll talk about now, and then put them together. With the left hand, we have these notes. So we have a couple of different things going on in this piece. First off, we have chords, and then we have scales. And there really is chords the whole time, but musically it's chords and scales. So this right here is 3 notes, but it's really part of a chord. You can just put them all 3 on, and then let them over-ring. And that's going to be the most beautiful way to play this. And then the next measure is also a chord. Not that you would practice it with a gap there. But when you play these, let them over-ring like that instead of, which is not so beautiful. This is not the way you want to play. So have this opportunity to let things over-ring, let them over-ring. Now, if we go forward here and look over here at this section, then we have these chords lining up vertically like this. We're actually playing 2 notes at the same time. And whenever you're practicing these, obviously you're going to want to put those at the same time as well. But also, one of the things I'd like to point out here is that whenever you have, here's a 1 and here's a 1 right here. And so whenever you have this hop happening, so you're at the 3-1 and then the 1 coming over, whenever that happens, you want to do that really fast. And so just keep an eye out for that sort of thing. And so that's the left hand. Whenever you're going through small sections, let things over-ring if you can. Whenever you have to move or hop, really listen to the connection of each note and make it as legato and beautiful as you possibly can all the time. All right, in the next video, we will get into actually making this thing move forward and making it more beautiful and talking about the phrasing, things like this. See you there.